So once again, welcome again to Slim and Fit TikTok Live. Like my CEO rightly said, we're going to tell you what detoxification actually is, why you need to detoxify, and the disadvantage of not detoxing. So first of all, I would want to reintroduce my CEO, my able CEO. All right. She's actually the host of today. I am co-hosting with her, or probably a passerby. So once again, let me introduce to you the CEO of Slim and Fit Wellness Center, Mrs. Josephine Owusu-Banahene Kodia. So in short, we call her Maame Joe.
Right.
Or you can call her Slim Mama. That's how I call her. Mommy, for a lay person or somebody who doesn't know what detoxification is,
Right.
I would want you to explain to us what actually detoxification is.
Okay, so before we even talk about detoxification, let's start from what toxic substances are. Let me start from toxic substances. Toxic substances, they are poisonous things that we get into our system, right? That damages our health. It builds up in our system and it damages our health. And this can accumulate in our stomach, in our blood, and in our body system. So kindly take note. Now, how do we get these toxic substances into our system? And that is what we need to talk about and know. Now, to get them into your system, number one, poor choices when it comes to food. So here, sugary foods, high sugars, excess fat, processed foods, they get these toxic substances into our system. So somebody may be wondering what sugary foods are. So anything that turns into sugar, all the carbohydrates we've been eating that are simple carbs, they turn into sugar. Now, frequently eating food will also spike your blood sugar. Then the candies, the fizzy drinks, the toffees, the biscuits, the flour foods, the cakes, the donuts, the ring donuts, cocoa, yatoton, and all those things. These are sugary foods. Now, processed foods. So if the food is not natural and whole, okay, then it's a processed food. So let's say you have flour, let's say rice, and it's being processed into another thing. Or let's say you have brown rice, it has gone through polishing, fiber had been taken out, and now you have your white rice with less fiber. This is processed. So it has gone through something. So anything that had gone from the natural stage to another material or another product is a processed food, like sausages as well. Then excess fat. We get them from the cheese, the pizza, the oils that we have been taking. Now, if you do that in excess, we call that excess fat. And this can affect your heart, right? It can also make you vulnerable to sickness. Now, this is just one way that we can get toxic substances into our body. Now, sedentary lifestyle and unhealthy lifestyle. You are not active. The only exercise you do is right from your bed to either the washroom or the bathroom. Now, from work, or let's say from home to work, vehicle moves you. When you get to work, you don't even want to use the staircase, you want the lift. I mean, that soft life that comes with premium tag, you simply do not want to be active. That one is what we call sedentary lifestyle. And this is unhealthy for your health. And this piles or pack toxic substances into your body. Then another one is external environment, which makes it obvious that everybody is vulnerable to this. Now, the external environment, we can avoid that. Mitigation, some way, somehow, maybe to some extent, but 100% I would say that no. Reason being that the environment is polluted, right? Car fuses and all of that. Contaminated water, ones that we do not even see with our eyes, the microscopic type, things that you find in water that you can't really see get into your system. Now, let me even talk about oils. Most of us are guilty, including myself, and I think Henry is. You
Obviously.
use oil to fry chicken, or to fry plantain, or to fry yam. Do you throw it away?
Not at all.
You don't. And so this oil is kept in another bottle, and you keep using it to fry other foods,
Yes.
right?
It would fry the plantain, it would fry the next egg, it would
Right.
fry another yam,
Right.
it would fry
The list can go on and
yes.
on and on, right? So with this one, what happens is some will even store the oil and use to prepare jollof or even stew. And if oil is being used today, tomorrow, the next time, it's kept like that. Now, there are some free radicals, right, that are so active with respect to cancer. And if this oxidation happening and you keep doing that, I mean, buying food from outside, you know what I'm talking about. This is even from home, whereby we even keep the oil and use it. Now, talking about food that is being sold outside. So this makes you vulnerable to some cancer with respect to the free radicals that are very active. And then this piles what toxic substances into your system. And so take note that what the external environment, the external environment can cause that. Now we want to talk about air effect. You don't want to miss this. We want to talk about air effect because people do not know that when you have all these things in your system, it can cause harm. And now we are going to echo or drum the harm for everybody to understand that, hey, you are not exempted. And so you need to be very intentional with how you have to go about it, why you need to detox, and then how you need to get it done and done properly. So number one is slowing down metabolism. Slowing down metabolism. So anytime you have these substances which are toxic in your body, in your blood, in your tummy, in your organs, it slows down your metabolism, and this leads to weight gain. The one that you can't even explain. Another one is you become sick. Now you know that account will say that I want yare, so I want tiapo. Exactly. I want yare, so I want tiapo. You wake up in the morning feeling tired, you have this chronic joints and pains all over your body. You wake up with brain fog, like there's no clarity, there's no focus. As a what bread that you wake up feeling very sluggish as well, some headaches here and there. You are just not in a good mood. And you think that you woke up, people will say that is it from or on the bad side of bed.
Yeah.
It is just that you do not know that these toxic substances had become poisonous to your system. Now, the other effect is increasing the risk of chronic diseases. So you can mention them. We have a number of them. Henry, can you help us with some of the chronic diseases?
So we have diabetes, we have heart disease, we have arthritis, we have autoimmune conditions, and that is very risky. The last part.
Right. Can you talk about it?
Yes, a little I learned about was the fact that when it gets to that stage, it means that your system is so weak, and if you don't take care, it's going to shut down the system.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. So autoimmune disease is something that I wouldn't even wish for an enemy.
Yeah.
The reason being that instead of your immune system fighting sicknesses or other things that would make you kind of weak, for you, rather it fights you, the individual. And when you have these toxic substances, you can have autoimmune sickness or autoimmune condition. So please, this makes it very prudent, essential, vital. I'm using all the adjectives you can think about. That there's a need for you to do what? Be intentional or deliberate when it comes to what? Detoxification. The other effect is disturbing your sleep pattern. Now, it causes you to be fatigued, you become restless. In the evening, you just be turning your head here, body there. Even when you close your eyes, it's as if a lot of things are going on in your mind. You have a very poor sleep, and that sleep is also very short, which is unhealthy for you. The reason is your cortisol level also shoots up. And then this is as a result of poor sleeping, short sleeping, and having what distorted sleep. Now, the other effect is it's impairing your organs. Your organs. Henry, what are some of the organs we are talking about?
Your liver, your kidneys, and then your digestive system.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you have these toxic substances right in your system, the function of your kidney slows down, the function of your liver slows down, your digestive system also impairs with respect to what? Its function. And so that's when you begin to have bloated tummy, right? That is where you also begin to have folded sides and all of that.
And all that.
You walk, and then when you enter a room, it's like your tummy is leaking. Now, even for the men, when you bend down, you are not able to see your belt hook. There's not being chairman, and there's not being biggie issue. We are talking about health. Then talking about your liver and your kidney, it will slow down the function. You know that it's supposed to filter, to take out the toxic substances, supposed to help you with the absorption of nutrients in your body. And so when you have these toxic substances in your system, it leads to all these things. So let me recap that. It slows down your metabolism, which will lead to unexplained weight. It also impairs the function or the proper functioning of your organs, which had to do with your digestive system, your liver, and your kidney as well. It also distorts your sleep, and it makes you unhealthy and vulnerable to chronic diseases. Now, the real deal is here. We know the toxic substances. We know its effects when you don't flush them out. We know who is vulnerable or who is eligible, let me put it that way, to have these things in their system. We're not even talking about those who have put on weight or those who are having weight issues. We're talking about as an individual. Just for you to be healthy, you need to detox. Now, detoxification is flushing out these toxic substances. We need to neutralize them. We need to take them out from our body. And we know that the kidney and the liver and the skin are responsible for detoxification. But however, aging can slow things down. Just like you have a car which is new and you use it for a period of time, at a point the function of the engine slows down. So it's the same thing. So aging can slow down the function of these organs that are supposed to be ideally responsible for detoxification. And again, I made mention that poor choices of food and some unhealthy lifestyle and all of that can also cause the kidney and the liver not to function as it is supposed to be. And so you need an intentional one. That can be a supplement, that can be a herbal stuff, that can be something very good for you to flush all these things out. Even though your way of eating or the kind of foods that you would be choosing from today would also help you to detox or to make you healthy. So then the process slows down sometimes, just as I said. So that's how come we are seated here today.
So, Maame Joe,
Yeah.
I want to go back to something.
Okay.
We, like you said, sometimes you wake up in the morning and then you feel sick. You don't know what is actually wrong with you. And you made mention of the fact that it's the choices of the food we eat, the late night eating and stuff like that. I want to give you an example of what happened to me. I think last year, late last year. No one had of our end of year dinner.
Yes.
Okay. So we close around 11 to 12 thereabout. When I go home, I felt that no, the energy I used there was too much. I was feeling hungry.
Okay.
So as at 12, 1 thereabout, I went to eat wachi. There's a wachi joint opposite my house. I went to eat wachi. And then the next morning, I was feeling, let me say I was feeling sick.
Right.
Yes. I didn't know what was actually wrong with me, but I was down, I was feeling uncomfortable and all that. So I felt that maybe I overate or maybe the food didn't go down well with me. I don't know. So it was when you started this teaching, it actually took my mind back to it. So I was asking myself, could it be the fact that
Right.
okay, let me tell you the components there. So I bought wache, I bought macaroni, I bought gari, I bought salad, egg, wele. I added one sausage and then fish. I felt I was eating rich. End of year. Maame Joe has given me bonus. Maame Joe has given me bonus. Let me go and enjoy. Yes. So I felt like, oh, I was actually eating good. So I want to ask, could it be that
Right.
it is because I didn't eat right?
Right.
I ate late? Could it be the cause or the reason why I was feeling like that in the morning?
Right. Okay, to make it very simple, when it comes to nutrition of food, right, the times and portions we have to be eaten. Now, eating late at that time, you are not going to do any activity with that food.
Okay.
And so that food will not be burnt. It will not be metabolized. Let me put it that way. And so the food is stuck in your system and it converts into sugar, which is leading to high blood sugar. And so you sleeping with that and waking up, you've messed up your system. And so it is just giving you signals that there's a lot of sugar in your system. Because look at the combination. A lot of carbs, refined and processed food. Look at the sausages, the oils, and then the wache with the gari and macaroni. That's a deadly combination, I mean. I'm not saying that wache is bad.
Okay.
It's a high energy meal. It has to be eaten during the time that your metabolism is at its peak. So let's say 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. But that late evening eating, what are you trying to do? This is causing so much harm to your health, right? Causing so much harm to your health. You could have had another alternative. You could have drunk water. You could have gone in for a herbal tea. You could have gone in for a green tea. You could have even gone in for soup. Okay. Instead of doing that heavy energy given food, you are not going to burn it. At that night, what major job or major work are you going to do? Is it for construction? Is it for construction? That's not it. So we don't eat like that. And I keep saying that anytime you eat a heavy meal like that, probably you should be doing or giving yourself like 4 hours before sleep. Okay. And looking at that time, would you give yourself 4 hours before going to sleep? You're already sleeping. So it will make you feel sluggish the next day. And then this poor choice when it comes to food, when you continue with that lifestyle, it will lead to you piling toxic substances into your system. And periodically, you'll be vulnerable to all these chronic diseases. You will gain unexplained weight with the tummy also being bloated, and you would have to detox and set things right. So here, healthy life is actually a way to live. And Slim and Fit is a lifestyle that supports your daily activities yes. And it supports your body, your mind, and your organs as well. So here, he would have to detox and then just get stuck to healthy life solution or healthy lifestyle. So I think I've answered your question. Yes, so wache is good. The combination was crazy. It is not good for you to eat wache around 9 p.m. and 10 and 11 p.m. And then adding all this pechepe and sausages, eggs, wele, fried fish, and all of that. It's like you're digging your own grave. Digging your own grave. So next time, look at the portions. Right. Look at the portions. Look at the time that you have to eat your food. So now let's go to the benefits of regular detoxification. It will boost your metabolism. If you're constantly detoxing, you are going to control unexplained weight. You're not going to feel bloated. You're not going to have this big tummy. You're not going to put on weight that you do not understand. And it's also going to support your liver and your kidney. It's supposed to do that so that it can flush out all these poisonous things from our system. And by doing that and flushing out these things, you are going to be healthy. It will improve your digestive process and help your body to be able to absorb nutrients from food. Now, the reason why you're feeling bloated is the fact that you've piled toxic substances into your body, and you will need to get them out so that your digestive organs can function properly. It will also reduce bloating and it will boost your energy. So you wake up feeling tired already in the morning. If you're eating certain foods at the end of the eating, you feel dull, you feel weak, you feel uneasy, it is giving you a signal that, hey, pause, pay attention to your body and check your nutrition and flush out all these toxic substances from your system. It will help you to maintain a healthy weight. That is detoxification regularly, and it is finally going to lower your risk of getting chronic diseases like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, some cancer, and even stroke. You know, there is a particular case that I'm dealing with. Now, this lady was giving birth back to back. And at the same time, conceiving and, pregnancy processes makes you gain unexplained weight. So after that, the lady was supposed to be checking the kinds of meals that she was eating. So she wasn't paying attention to that.
Loading.
Gobe, oil, taho, fried foods, a lot of food, eating anytime, anyhow, and all of that. At a point, her BP was shooting. She had high blood sugar. She's gotten type 2 diabetes.
Whoa.
She really didn't understood what she
Whoa.
was going
Whoa.
through. At a point, this lady had to break down. Oh, now I'm talking to the lady has stroke.
Cool.
That's a young mother. She has stroke. She has stroke. So just imagine having toddlers. I think the last child should be like 3 years. And then we have about 5 years, we have 6 years, and we have like 8 years. Now, Maame in a stroke as a result of poor nutrition and unhealthy lifestyle. When detoxing that, when pay attention to healthy nutrition, and there's a young woman having stroke, now your dependents are troubled. Who does it better than a mother? No one does it better than a mother. Yeah. So please, if we are talking about healthy lifestyle, it is number one for you, number two for your dependents. And so if you love your dependents, if you are the breadwinner, if you are taking care of somebody, remember that you don't have to negotiate when it comes to your health. Now, how to reduce or prevent these toxic substances? That is what my main interest is. Choose natural and whole foods. Choose natural and whole foods. Well, my lecturer some time back said that if it's not right from the soil, I'm not eating it. So it should be a whole meal. And so yam is right from the soil. So you cook that, you boil that. Brown rice is right from it hadn't gone through the processes and all of that. Veggies are right from the soil. Anything that is processed, my coach or my lecturer will say that if it's not right from the soil, I'm not eating that. Avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Alcohol messes up the metabolism. It can lead to throat or even lung cancer, and smoking as well. So please take note. It will also power toxic substances into your system. Stay active. I'm not even talking about gym subscription here. Just walking. Use the stairs. Walk around. Have some dance. Play with the kids. Enjoy life actively. That is what I'm talking about. Then stay hydrated. People do not know the power of drinking water. You do not know. It's also good for detoxification. So stay hydrated. Ideally, 2 to 3 liters on a daily basis should be what you have to be taking. Now, reduce exposure to external environment if you can. Okay, do not go and then expose yourself to all these toxic or environment. And sometimes those who work with radiation, it becomes an issue. Those who work with radiation, people are just following money and then get themselves exposed to all these radiation. So please take note. Then detox regularly. That is where SlimFit comes in. We will help you choose foods that will help you to detox on a daily basis. Okay. And we also do have tea. For us, I said that our approach is science-based. And we look at the plants. We are going back to our roots, what our grandfathers and our grandmothers used to do. They didn't have the opportunity to have this sort of tuition Google, and now we even have our chat GPT for us to know certain things. But they understood the language of the earth.
Yeah.
They understood the language of the soil. They understood the language of herbs, trees, stem, what it can do. And that is what had kept them living very strong and living for numerous ages. Now you heard that your grandmother died at the age of 150.
So
I mean, without using lens. And here, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, and 10 years, we are using lens because we have blurred vision. Yeah, mami amaya hauza koko ne shichire ni do ni nyema bebre. Some of us are not smart in class, not as a result of, say, a papa bone, because of the kind of food that we ate in the morning before going to school. So you sit in the class and you are even tired. How we are feeding our kids. And now this guy sits in class and the child is tired with respect to brain. The child cannot even focus in class. So please, if your grandmother didn't feed your mother well, that is the kind of feeding that your mother had also fed you. Today, because of Slim and Fit Wellness Center, we're giving you all the information, all the education that you need. And so we'll teach you how to feed yourself so that it becomes a family tradition for you to feed your kids well too. And we'll also teach you things that will become beneficial to the entire family. So detoxification had become a regular stuff. We do it once every month. We have a program for that. We do that 7 days continuously. I preferably would want to do it beginning of every month or at the end of every month. That's what I help my clients to also do. And you realize that your energy boosting becomes good. Mental clarity becomes very good as well. There's nothing like brain fog. At the end of the day, you realize that your waste, the fat and all of that are beginning to get out of the system. Your cholesterol, your bad cholesterol is beginning to get better. Apart from that, your main activeness, you can also attest to that fact, and that sparks the engine for your healthy weight as well. So here, let me introduce our 7 days detox tea to you. This is it. This is it. The ingredients in there are potent. They are quite good. It's made with oolong tea. We have the lemongrass in there. We have the mate. We have the mate leaves. We have the ginger roots, the fennel seeds, dandelion leaf. We have the ginseng roots, the gotu kola leaves, and the nettle leaves. This does the work for you on a regular basis. All you have to do is just brew one tea bag, take it in the morning, and brew another one and take it in the evening, constantly for 7 days, and watch that weight fall off. Watch that health get better. Watch that sluggishness disappearing. Watch that energy getting boosted. Watch that tummy bloatness getting flattened. Watch that, the weight getting better. Now you'll be able to understand your system. And I like what it does to me because it makes my system very sensitive. Now, anytime I eat something that is not good for me, I start feeling some way because I'm sanitizing the system. And we don't just leave you there. We walk you through this journey and we help you to be able to have a healthy life. So Slim and Fit, right, is all about regaining your confidence and what? Reclaiming your health. Yes. Reclaiming your health. Yes. So now our services to you is weight management. We do detoxification as well. We help you to meal plan and meal prep. We do this education. We are also into corporate wellness presentations. So you can book us, and that is even for free for us to even educate your staff for you, because this leads to high productivity at work. So if your staff is feeling sluggish, it leads to poor productivity. We want to help people to be able to get productivity at work to its highest peak. Now here, we also help you with smoothies and their recipes, consultation. You can walk in, you can do a virtual one. Our customer service gives you that kind of experience that is memorable, or let's say unforgettable. We tailor, we adapt, we give you a science-based approach. We have studied hormones, we have studied metabolism, we have studied nutrition. We know what healing plate is all about. We know that The only thing that will make you sell everything that you have just to preserve it, just when it happens, is when your health is at stake.
Yeah.
Yes. When your health is at stake. And so it is one thing that you do not have to take for granted. And your body is just one. That is the only place that you live in. So why would you want to mess it up? And why would you want to mess your health up to the extent that it is driving you to your grave? Now can you see me you?
Hey.
Does it make sense to you?
No, at all.
Where did or health or unhealthy lifestyle and I'm away now
was about energy.
Exactly. Right.
That's a
Yeah. So today is all about detoxification. We are here to let you know that do that on a regular basis, do that on a monthly basis. Slim and Fit can help you program something good when it comes to detoxification. It is not only meant for those who have put on weight, it is meant for every individual if you are looking at having a healthy lifestyle.